time for an August summer market wrap-up. Local, statewide, and nationally. We're going to hit on all of that information in this video. I'll be honest with you. I have been procrastinating doing this video. And that's because I feel like it's not much different today than it was last month when I did my July market update. My July market update, if you watched it, awesome, thank you. I'm not going to repeat all of that information. I'm just going to hit the high points. So it's August. The last 3 or 4 weeks have been somewhat slow. That's making some people nervous. But I know that the reason it's slow is because it's August. The market is not fundamentally changing, but we are coming off of 2 years of pandemic activity where the day of the month of the year, the season we were in didn't really matter. We were in a seller's market. Buyers were scrambling to find properties. It didn't really matter if we were in a spring market or a fall market. That is what is making people concerned that August was so slow, because they're in the, oh gosh, it's changing, oh gosh, a recession, oh my goodness, interest rates. Those things are not impacting us nearly as much as you think they would. And the predictions for mortgage rates, you're going to be surprised by this one, because the media will have you thinking that interest rates are rising. And they have risen. They've leveled off a little bit. Between now and the end of 2023, mortgage rates are actually predicted to drop. By the end of next year, they should be back down under 5%. We are still in a seller's market. The organizations that make predictions about property values, their numbers were very low going into 2022. Last month, they came out with updated predictions. Only one of those organizations indicated that they are not confident that property values are going to raise higher than 3%. Of the remaining 6 organizations, none of them were under 9%, and the highest one was 16%. Overall, if we put everything together, we're looking at what looks to be between 9 and 10% property appreciation by the end of 2022. I would like to say that the pace of the market is changing, but that's really not what's happening here. We are still in a seller's market, squarely in a seller's market. However, we are seeing fewer offers on listings. We are seeing some buyers winning bids with full appraisal and inspection contingencies. We are seeing buyers being able to say what they're going to ask for during an inspection or when they want to close. That to me is a leveling out of the playing field. Which is, I think, a good thing. If you look at all the numbers and think about what else is going on in the market, if we look strictly at absorption rates, strictly at the fact that by the numbers we're in a seller's market, as a seller, you still may have to acquiesce to a couple of things, terms from a potential buyer, because you may not have 10 offers on the table. You may only have 3. But at the end of the day, you are going to walk away from that closing table with more money than you ever thought was possible. I'm pretty confident about that. And let me tell you why I'm confident about that. I was on a listing appointment yesterday at a property that is probably going to list somewhere between 1.3 and 1.4. We looked at absorption rates. Remember, that's measured in months. It's an inventory level, and absorption rate is a measure of how long it would take to sell all of the currently available properties in a given price range, neighborhood, town, state, country. So if there's 10 houses on the market and there were 2 sales in the last month, we could say that we would take 5 months to sell the current inventory. 5 to 7 months is a balanced market. Balance, favoring either buyers or sellers. It's almost neutral. A buyer's market is when there's a lot to pick from, and that's anything over 7 months, and a seller's market is anything under 5. Well, right now I can tell you that Basking Ridge is sitting at 1.1 months of inventory. 1.1. That's a seller's market. That is what's telling me that your pricing or your ultimate value for your properties is going to be pretty strong. If we broaden that out a little bit and look at Somerset County and look at Morris County, our neighbors, they're also at 1.7, 1.5. Nobody in our immediate area is even over 2 months of inventory. So that is an appreciating market. So yes, it's slowing a little. It's a little more quiet. You may only have 6 showings instead of 60 showings, but you're still going to sell that house and you're still going to see a pretty good return on your investment. I will leave you with just a couple more points here. Yes, recession. I want you to keep in mind, I want you to remember or even to know that in 5 of the last 7 recessions, property values increased. There were only 2 recessions where they decreased. The one that's most prominent or present in our mind is the most recent one, which was in 2008, where we had crazy lending standards. I mean, maybe no lending standards. And that just put too many people in the market who could not afford to stay in the market, and everything fell apart. Those lending rules, or that lack of regulation, that's been reversed. There are laws in place now that keep the mortgage industry strong. In each of those 7 recessions, interest rates fell. So yeah, they're going up a little bit now, but at the end of the day, as I said earlier, by the end of 2023, they should be back down under 5. That's it. If you found this information helpful, I would ask that you click the button, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to turn on the little red bell so that you'll get notified anytime I post a new video. I won't clog up your inbox, I promise.